Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Before Coffee. It is Wednesday, which means we have our wacky and weird Wednesday stories for you today to, excite you with the existence of us on the planet. There you go. That's what we're doing. This is the first and only international game show, Before Coffee, a father and daughter news podcast where we look up our stories right before the show starts. We just got coffee in our bodies and we're learning to read and speak live on stream. Let's get into those wacky headlines and spin that segue wheel. Today on Wacky and Weird Wednesday, Vancouver resident finds exotic feline surprise under porch. And skunk spotted scurrying across road near Scott's Village.
And we're going to update the Louisville can opener bridge is taking tops off trucks as they close I-65. And Ukraine's birds adapt to building nests with fiber optics.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Canada pilot accused of flying for 17 years without a proper license. And man accused of using a fake boarding pass to get on a United Airlines flight.
Mm-hmm.
It is holiday season.
Oh, yeah. It is. Hospice staff finds dying patient's missing brother working in their own gift shop. Plus, bot traffic, web traffic has overtaken human web traffic. Data shows I am human, I swear.
In my culture news, shaken, not woke. Idris Elba says that James Bond should just be Bond.
Yes, and it's National Black Cow Day. Yeah, not the drink, the Steely Dan song. No, actually it is a drink. So get your big black cow and get out of here. It is June 10th, 2026 on Before Coffee and Before Black Cows.
A big black cow. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, black cow is it's any drink like a cola or a root beer or whatever that you put a scoop of vanilla ice cream in. It's called the black cow.
Yeah, also known as the root beer float. Yeah, right here. Okay.
Didn't know what it was. Sadly. Didn't know it was called the black cow until I heard the Steely Dan song "Black Cow." Maybe I'll sample that today.
Maybe.
You want me to hear the chorus? I can't cry anymore while you run around. Break away just when it seems so clear that it's over now. Drink your can't say it. You drink your big black cow and get out of here. Yeah, it does better with music.
Yeah, Steely Dan has some pretty good songs. Okay,
and
let's roll over for a segue.
They're always snide and what is it, snarky lyrics. They're really good at snarkiness, like Steely Dan.
Well, time for some sarcasme. Or some news about animals not being where they're supposed to be. What are you doing under my porch? This first story is coming out of exactly Vancouver by Amir Ali on the Daily Hive. A Vancouver resident found a wild and exotic surprise under their porch: a fully grown African serval cat. Police and conservation officers were called to a home in East Vancouver, close to Prince Albert and East 30th Avenue, so if you live there, keep your eyes out for cats, to assist in getting the cat back to its owners. VPD also shared some footage of the discovery, advising residents to give their neighbors a heads up if a pet escapes, because the serval cat might have snacked. Recently, beginning on May 1st, 2026, British Columbia actually banned the breeding, selling, and future ownership of non-domestic and non-native cats, like a serval cat. Residents who owned exotic cats prior to the changes needed to apply for a free permit. So they didn't even charge you. They were just like, we need to know who has the cat. So it would appear that this cat would fall under past ownership. At least they better hope so, otherwise they're gonna get fined. But the Daily Hive has reached out to the VPD for clarification. The British Columbia government said that non-native cat species can create a risk to public safety, pets, and wildlife, or that they are not often safely or humanly cared for. Because exotic cats are good hunters, they can hunt and kill native wildlife like birds, small mammals, and reptiles, as well as disturb vegetation, nesting areas, and other wildlife spaces. Part of the deal with the current owners being allowed to keep their exotic pets includes zero public contact. Whoops! That's a lot of public contact since it went outside. According to the Vancouver Police Department, VPD, servals are around 3 times bigger than a typical house cat. The Daily Hive has asked the VPD if any violation fines are imposed against the owner of this full-sized African serval, and will update the story when they get a response. The VPD was involved in another wild incident last month involving a bear. Oh, really? Did we talk about that? Was it the bear in the guy's basement? A black bear.
That was a while ago.
Black bear on the loose. Yeah, I think we talk. We usually talk about escaped animals.
I think that was up in New York State. Yeah.
No, this is specifically for Vancouver. So this happened in Vancouver. It was just a bear. A bear got lost in Vancouver. That's probably a normal thing for people in Canada, let's be honest. But there's my first story. About tall cats.
My sarcasm is too bad. It's too bad I rolled sarcasm because this is a perfect story for a pun. There's my sarcasm.
I can't do that. Oh, there. Good job. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, I don't know why I can't roll my R's. All right, let me give you a brim shot here.
Yeah. No, I didn't roll a pun, but I'm being sarcastic. You gonna start?
All of these sounds are gonna play at the same time. Okay, there we go.
You're getting the black out today.
My next story is about an escaped skunk. I don't know who has a pet skunk. I have seen it. They get their smelly bits removed, and then they have it as a pet. Which I'm just like, if you want to have a pet skunk, just don't have one. It's gonna spray everywhere. Yeah, that's what skunks are. For me, it's very weird to remove an animal's defense mechanism. But I guess if it's a pet, you should defend it. I don't know. Either way, there was a skunk in Scotland, near Scots Village. This is from Ruth Sutter on the Daily Record. The animal, which is native to the Americas, was filmed scurrying along the B914 towards Saline outside Kelty in Fife on Monday, which was the 8th. Yes, the 8th of June. Evening. Escaped pet skunk spotted roaming on the Scots Road. Has been spotting near of Scots Village. The animal, which is a native to the Americas, was filmed scurrying around Saline, Kelty, and Fife. A video of the mammal was shared onto social media. Her worried owner told how the pet had buried its way out of an enclosure. Nearby property. So it was outside, and then it decided, hey, I can dig under this. Which I think skunks are actually very famous. They have pretty big claws that can do that. So, whoops! Writing online, owner Logan Carr pleaded, "She's mine! Try not to look for her now. Escaped out of her enclosure overnight. Any sightings or anything of her, please let me know. I'm worried that she was at the road." The video shows the skunk, known for their ability to spray a liquid with a strong, unpleasant scent from their anal glands, wandering on the road in the dark. Skunks are not native to the UK in the wild, though they are kept legally. They're allowed to be kept legally as pets and can be found in zoos or wildlife parks. Blah, 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 blah. The Scottish Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, SSPCA, has confirmed it is aware of the lost pet. Locals kicked up a stink. Locals kicked up a stink after the video of the mammal went viral online. Wooly Bain wrote, "Never seen anything like it." Scotia McCombie said, "Pepona gets her back safely. She'll have zero road sense. We scone. Alan Davidson commented, "Can I pet that dog?" Alison Dixon added, "Only in 5. Stephanie Pierre Murdoch said, "I'd be scared to pick that up." Tom Curry said, "I've seen a raccoon in Northumberland, but a skunk in Fife is a new one." At least they have a good humor about it. Meanwhile, others were baffled over the species of the animal, as some residents believed the skunk was a badger. Graham Black. I mean, they're. I think they might be related, but they definitely have the same, colors. Graham Blythe said, "It's 100% a skunk. Look at the head size and the tail." Kyle McGuire wrote, "It's a white skunk and it would be someone's pet." Kathleen Taylor added, "It's a skunk, not a badger." The SSPCA has urged anyone who spots the skunk to come forward. Or, I'm assuming its anal gland has been removed already. Most people who get it as pets remove it because they don't want to deal with it. Those with sightings of the animal can get in touch with the animal welfare charity via the website or by phone at... Here's the phone number if you live in Scotland or the UK. 03000 999 999. So that's 103303939.
Report that skunk.
Yeah, and if you spot it, report it, and then they can get back home to where it belongs. Because right now it's just running around. Just running around.
Yes. Ready for the sarcasm, or?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, here's my sarcasm. This is all thought out. Oh yes, we now celebrate the first new Scottish name since the invention of the name Cruikshank. Now mothers, instead of calling their kids Duncan, will name their kids Skunkin. There you go, that's my sarcasm.
Skunkin! Me boy, my wee lad Skunkin! Oh dear.
That's my boy, Skunkin' Cruikshank.
Alright, let's roll our cycle wheel.
That's my favorite name. It's Cruikshank. By the way, if your name's Cruikshank, I think that should be mine. Yeah.
Your name. Alright, I've got to tell some jokes about your story.
Okay.
Stories.
I got two stories. I forget what order I announced them in, but I'll remember in a minute. Let's see. Let's look at the can opener. Louisville, Kentucky has an interstate going. I-65 going through it. 65 going north-south. In America, the interstates that into the zero go east-west, and the interstates that go north-south, and then odd numbers are 5. The main ones are 5. So I-65, a main thoroughfare going through Louisville, is closed, and they're running truck traffic through and under a bridge called the Can Opener. Probably not the best idea, but hey, I don't know. It's fun for a story. This is from WAS 11. That's by the TV station.com. In Louisville, Ian Hardwick. All right, I don't need my glasses for this. New video shows truck sitting the overpass at South 3rd Street Eastern Parkway, known to many as the Louisville's Can Opener. 4 trucks crushed into the notorious overpass on the first day of the overpass closure. That's about the monthly average. Raw security camera shows a UPS truck, RV, and semi-truck trailer wedging into the notorious passage. A week later, the total is now 13, according to community count on LouisvilleCanOpener.live. In one video,
everyone's favorite website.
Well, it's getting there to be favorite. No, this is a different one. This is not the.
Oh, okay.
This is the one. The other one I believe was in another North Carolina somewhere. This is anyway. This might be the famous one. You might be right. I shouldn't correct you on that. I have no idea whether you're right or not. In one video, brake lights shine, but it's already too late. Sparks flew up the semi-truck trailer at 2:14 a.m. on June 3rd at 3rd Street and Eastern Parkway, according to the city security camera that picked it up. During class, it makes the building shake and people call out, "Can Opener!" said Piper Hudson Meredith, who studies civil engineering and says the overpass makes for quesadilla and headaches. Storm sewers run under there. You can't really change the level of the railroad too easy, so it's difficult to fix, Meredith said. Bailey Gibbs shared the video of another truck getting stuck right after Kentucky Transportation, or the KYTC, installed one of the 3 new warning signs. Hey, deflate your tires or whatever, you're not going to fit under this bridge, you know? Now 32 signs warn drivers about the possibility of another strike. The can opener website administrator told WHAS 11 that people sent in their photos and he counts them up. 13 strikes have been counted over the past week. One of an RV hitting its AC unit on the overpass had to be voted on before it was counted. An ambulance snaked its way around traffic clogged shortly afterwards. Okay. One contributor wished to stay anonymous for fear of losing her job. She's documented hundreds of can openings in the last 20 years. I feel it physically in my office, she says. She worries about a train derailment, but the Norfolk Southern rail owners say there is no known structural concerns right now. If you keep banging on something, it's going to collapse, she said. A derailment would be catastrophic and unnecessary. It could be prevented. Well, shit, I hope I'm not going over that bridge today. In a statement, Norfolk Southern said, "We're aware of recent bridge strikes involving overheight trucks in this area. Each time Norfolk Southern is notified of a bridge strike, our engineering team conducts an inspection of the structure to ensure it's safe for the public, people, staff, transportation, and of course, rail operations, the most important thing they got on their mind. You can't derail a train in the middle of town, for Christ's sake." Metal shavings shade the underside of the can opener with litany of collisions. Pieces of semi-trucks and RVs sit in the rafters, curbs, and sidewalks nearby. Bruce Dodge III shared video of a box truck sticking itself underneath on June 3rd and an SUV crashing into it afterwards. The drivers weren't injured, but it could have turned out worse. "I don't want anyone to get hurt, but as long as no one's getting hurt, we think it's funny," Hudson Meredith said. To address the increase in traffic around the area, City of Louisville trimmed trees so the signs could be seen easier. KYTC, which is responsibility over the road, set warnings out to drivers and GPS app developers about the low clearance. All right, so here's your update. We can make jokes about it because no one's getting killed, but hey, nothing happens until it happens, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
nothing happens till it happens.
Let's have us a yoke. What's your yucking? That'd be us. Come on.
I mean, that was a pretty funny joke. Nothing happens till it happens. You are not dead until you are killed.
Right. Everybody's happy until they're not. You know, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
That just goes for everything, right? Okay, there's your joke. Right on. Next story.
We love watching people who don't read signs, or I think in a lot of cases, right, these people are going too fast.
They don't know how
like that's what they're doing. Yeah.
Hey, Marge, did you measure the height of our vehicle? Oh yeah, we're under 14 feet. Oh shit, no, we're not.
Oh no, we're 16.
Like I'm saying, deflating your tires will cut some height off your. Well, not all the way deflated, just deflate them down to where you can just roll. 0.4 miles an hour into the bridge, or just take another route. Take another route. There's an option. Take another route.
Oh no, this one's faster. It's not faster if you don't get there.
Yeah, pieces of your shit are gone. It's not faster. Insurance company definitely don't like it.
It's a fantastic illusion, really.
All right, our other story today, and that one was it a 4 to 5 minute story or 3 to 4? That was the 4 to 5. So we're going to talk about birds. Back to the animal kingdom. I'm going to Ukraine. Tom'sHardware.com. Tom'sHardware.com.
Tom's Hardware. I didn't know they did store. Yeah, that's usually where you go to be like, how do I fix my computer? It's blowing up.
And the reporter's name is Mark Tyson, not Mike Tyson, Mark Tyson. So he's not going to knock you into the middle of oblivion. Got that, Mike? Mark Tyson. Ukraine's birds adapt to battlefield environment, weaving nests out of drone fiber optic cable. Your source for wildlife adapts to miles of littered drone fibers, and shows a lot of these fiber optic things. I'm not sure what fiber optic things be in drone cables, but whatever. Wherever, I don't know enough about it. I just think fiber optics are for like landline communications on radio, but maybe I'm not that smart. We're halfway through 2026, and while we aren't flying across gleaming neon cityscapes in jet-powered cars, again, I was promised flying cars a long time ago as a child by 2000. Not here, still not here. Assholes, get on it.
Liars.
Anyway, lying bastages. I would have just stayed in childhood and been a child my entire life if I knew there was not going to be flying cars. I would just have sucked my thumb all the way to age 70. Just done the whole thing. Just worked it up as a total outcast in society. But I was promised flying cars. Anyway, we are halfway through 2026, and birds have been discovered. We don't have all those things, the jet-powered cars.
We discovered all the birds.
But birds have been discovered feathering nests with optical fiber. It definitely isn't the tech utopia we dreamed about, but the birds might have been colder without this detritus of war. Moreover, I love when you use words I can't pronounce and don't know what they mean. Moreover, our feathered friends are tidying up the miles of fiber waste precipitated by drone warfare, at least a little bit, while making use of likely an excellent thermal insulator. Example photos of these optical fiber nests were shared on Twitter X by Ukrainian civil society leader and anti-corruption advocate Olena Tergov. She called the carefully woven avian construction of apocalyptic bird's nest and credited Oleg Malchenko as the photographer. We can't see how widespread such nests are. They are the first we've seen, but birds can be quite enterprising with nest building and choosing the best materials. Some background to the finding was given by Tergov. A Russian glide bomb knocks down a tree in Donbass, said the former Ukrainian government official. From the shattered branches rolled out a tiny bird's nest made of drone fiber optic cable. Imagery showing acres of fields strewn with wisps of optical fiber are one of the sad signatures of the current Russian-Ukraine war. To make no-fuss, jam-proof drones, both sides have been using optical fiber tethered drones to target their foes. Oh, okay, I got you now. All right, in October last year, reported on a Ukrainian invention utilizing rotating barbed wire barriers to snag, rip, and disable any fibers left in the wake of drones flying over them. Another example of ingenuity in the David versus Goliath conflict. In December, reported the tethered drone range of Russian FPVs being significantly boosted by a gray zone Chinese partnership. This tech collaboration between communist nations has resulted in the production of fiber optic spools delivering as much as 65 kilometers of tethered range. That is an advantage of previously seen Ukrainian and tethered drones reaching 42 kilometers. Of course, Russia not really a communist nation. They're a capitalist nation. I don't know why they call them communists. They're not communists. China is. But he probably is an expert on politics. And there is your quick and down and dirty and why, not necessarily why, but birds just adapting to stupid shit that humans do. Wars and unnecessary waste.
Adapt to their random things they make. Yeah. Hey, this is a pretty good material.
I wouldn't call this a benefit of war at all. It's just one of them weird things that happens. So. Birds would make nests no matter what the hell was going on. You know, this is my point. But it's just a weird story. Let's have it. Let's have some fun with the weird story.
God was talking to Adam and said, I'll let you name the birds. Adam, tit. Okay. Adam, booby. Stop naming after breasts. Adam looks at a rooster.
That's fine. That's a good one. All right. That's it.
What do you call a bird that's afraid of heights?
Parakeet.
A chicken. You're a chicken. That was easy.
Okay.
Let's spin a next segue.
Yes, please.
It's going to be a metaphor, mixed metaphor. Mix it all up so it doesn't make sense, but somehow still makes sense. These next stories are a bit longer than my first two, and they're about people doing things on planes and getting away with it. Well, one person got away with it for 17 years. The other guy didn't even get close. This is by John Power on Al Jazeera. Former airline captain is charged with fraud after allegedly commanding more than 900 flights without required credentials. A former airline pilot in Canada is being arrested for allegedly flying hundreds of flights without a proper license for nearly 17 years. Police in Peel, Ontario, said on Tuesday, which would have been the 9th of June. They charged the former Air Canada captain, Jeffrey Wall, with fraud and other charges following a 4-month investigation. And then it gives me the Peel Regional Police said Wall, 59, had used fraudulent pilot licenses to command more than 900 domestic and international flights between 2009 and 2025. Police said they obtained evidence to suggest that Wall had deceived both Air Canada and civil aviation authorities about his credentials before his retirement in 2025. While Wall did hold a valid commercial pilot license, he did not have an airline transport pilot license, the highest level of pilot certification required to captain commercial aircraft, police said. Wall faces 1 count of fraud, 2 counts of uttering forged documents, 3 counts of possessing a counterfeit trademark, and 1 count of public mischief. Al Jazeera was unable to locate Wall's legal representative for comment. This case is deeply concerning and strikes at the heart of public trust and safety, as the accused is alleged to have put hundreds of thousands of passengers at risk across more than 900 domestic and international flights, Peel Regional Police Chief Nissan Duraiapa said in a statement. Air Canada said that while it viewed the pilot's alleged actions with utmost seriousness, passenger safety had not been compromised, as all pilots undergo mandatory training every 6 months to assess their competency, in addition to an annual flight check with a certified pilot. The airline said that Wall had successfully met or exceeded his training requirements and demonstrated a high level of competency to safely operate a large aircraft. Yeah, I mean, this is just back down to like, oh, they're giving me permission to do the thing I already know how to do, right? Sadly, he didn't have the permission, right? From whoever hands out the licenses, and maybe a government or a corporate body. I don't know who hands out these licenses, but they didn't give him permission to their
right
system.
Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio.
The Canadian flag carrier also said it had found no other instances of non-compliance with licensing requirements following an audit of its pilots. Immediately upon Air Canada's discovery of this, the individual was removed from active duty and the company voluntarily reported the matter to Transport Canada, the airline said in a statement. Hassan Shahidi, a licensed pilot who heads the US-based Flight Safety Foundation nonprofit, described the charges against Wall as an exceptionally rare case. If the alleged allegations are proven, the key issue isn't that an untrained person was flying airliners, but that this pilot bypassed a fundamental regulatory requirement for many years, Shahidi told Al Jazeera. The case could point to the weaknesses in license verification and oversight processes, particularly if fraudulent credentials were able to evade detection for so long. 17 years. Shahidi said that Wall's alleged actions did not appear to have exposed passengers to the same level of risk that they would have faced if an untrained pilot were at the control. The larger concern is the apparent failure of the regulatory safeguard that is supposed to ensure trust in the system, he said. Whoopsies! And no harm, no foul, I guess. I'm sure it would be a totally different case. It was like, guy crashes plane, find out he had no license to fly. You know, that would be a totally different scenario. But luckily, we're not dealing with that because nobody has been harmed in the 900 flights he performed.
That's good. Well, being a pilot, as knowing pilots, the flying isn't hard, right? Taking off isn't hard. It's the landing that is hard. The hardest thing is landing. I mean, you will land eventually, no matter what you do. But, yeah.
Whether you survive,
metaphor,
yeah.
right,
That's the question.
My metaphors. Imposters are like trespassers who keeps getting paid to impose themselves on you. Yeah, well, he's an imposter. In reality, he
Well, this is an imposter for a very
regulations.
specific license that says you're also. But the thing with the licenses, right, is that they can get really bureaucratic, right?
Yeah, they are bureaucratic. You didn't forget how to
It's
fly.
like, oh, you can
Although-
fly a commercial plane, but you can't transport people on that commercial plane because you need to get a different license that say you're allowed to fly people on a commercial plane, right?
Right.
It's like, why is this not all under one license? Oh, because we want to get fees from you. You know how expensive it is to get these licenses, by the way? Very. I think I had a friend who wanted to become a pilot, and then he was like, yeah, going to pilot school is more expensive than becoming a doctor. It's ridiculous. Like, the only way people become pilots is if they join the military, get their license in the military, right? And then, whatever. They get a deal somewhere where it's like, oh, you're already a trained F1, F-16 pilot. Oh, yeah, you can go to school for your commercial license. Post-military, here's a discount. But it's still really expensive, like ridiculously expensive to get a license. So I'm not surprised there are people out there counterfeiting their licenses because they're like, what, I have to pay $50,000 for a license that says I can fly people? Man, fuck this shit. I'm out here. My next story is about somebody trying to get on a...
$50,000.
Yeah, 50,000.
15, not 15. That's what it says here.
What do I keep sending?
Oh yeah, they can go to 55 to 100. Got it. Never mind.
Yeah, it's very. I told you it's very expensive. Just for like imagine if having to drive a bus was that expensive, right? It's not the same. But it's because people who can fly can just. I mean.
Although
we've seen sadly terrible examples of what can happen if you can fly. You can jam the plane into buildings. So.
Not to rag on bus drivers, buses are very hard to land. They are very hard to land, and you just have no aerodynamics.
No, zero at all. Our next story is coming from, I think, LA or Texas. Sorry, Texas. A man has been accused of using a fake boarding pass. This is by John Sewer on AP News. Texas man is accused of using a fake boarding pass to get on a United Airlines flight before he was found hiding in a restroom, forcing the plane back to the gate before it could take off at Houston's George Bush Intercontinental Airport. Court documents say the 25-year-old Houston man was discovered on the plane bound for Los Angeles in mid-May as it was taxiing to a runway when a passenger alerted a flight attendant, according to authorities. He was charged last week with impairing or interrupting operation of critical infrastructure facility. A message seeking comment was left with his attorney as of the 8th of June. Surveillance cameras showed the man first having trouble with his boarding pass at a Transportation Security Administration checkpoint when he arrived at the Houston airport early on May 18th, according to a criminal complaint. He was eventually screened at the checkpoint and then tried to board a different flight to LA, but he was turned away when he tried to scan his pass, the complaint said. About 2 hours later, the man went to another gate and waited until United employees who were checking boarding passes became distracted, the court document said. He then pretended to show his pass, walked by the employees, and boarded the plane, the complaint said. TSA said in the statement that the man first presented a valid boarding pass and went through standard screening and did not have any prohibited items. It referred to other questions to Houston police and United Airlines. United referred all questions to law enforcement. Once aboard the flight, the man tried to find a seat before going into a bathroom, and the passenger noticed and told the flight attendant that the complaint said. He gave the flight attendant a fake name, and then it was discovered he was not a passenger on the flight, the court document said. Everyone on the flight had to get off the plane while it was checked for explosives, delaying its departure by 3 hours, the complaint said. A United employee later told authorities the man had made a reservation, but it was canceled because he did not pay for it, the court document said. He did show Houston police a confirmation number on his phone and what looked like a boarding pass, But a United employee told authorities the pass was fake and he could not have been obtained without payment, the complaint said. So, what was his plan? We don't know, because no news from the defendant, I guess. He'll have to probably find out in a court. Or he'll be tried in court and they'll be like, what the hell were you thinking? I just wanted to get to LA as soon as possible, and I'm poor. I don't know, start walking, I guess.
Right, I don't know. Yeah, buses, there's trains, there, everything.
From Texas to California, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the longest. Depends on where in Texas, of course, but heck.
Well, I mean, he was leaving from Houston, but so.
Yeah, from El Paso, California's not that far. It's like a tank of gas. You just drive across Arizona, a little sliver of New Mexico, and then Arizona, and you're in California. Right. So my mixed metaphor. The famous author John Steinbeck had a metaphor about Texas. He wrote that Texas is a state of mind. Texas is an obsession, and unfortunately for this Texan, he was all hat and no cattle. That's what they call a big talking idiot with a hat. Most people who wear cowboy hats have no idea what a cowboy hat is for, right? They just think it's a cool thing wearing a hat, you know. Cowboy hat.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep the sun off your back, right? Keep the sun off your head. That's all it's for. Keep the sun off your head while you're riding a horse. That's all it's for.
Yep. And
you wear a bandana too. If you really want to be a cowboy, wear that bandana over your face so you don't breathe dust all day. How about that? Wear that all day. I don't know.
He probably would have been better off stealing someone's horse to get where he's going and trying to get on a plane illegally.
I think people who wear cowboy hats are just there to be made fun of, you know. Like George Carlin
like people with trucks.
Yeah, you don't see people dressing up as a pirate, do you? You don't see people dressed up as a Viking, that, you know, mythical creature they're not, you know, mythical figures. Yeah, the old hat and old cattle, my favorite metaphor. About, you know,
right,
the hat thing. What's the hat thing?
Our next segue is hypothetical for your story.
Hypothetical. Well, you don't have to be hypothetical because it's a real story, right? Let's do the first one about the poor guy who was working in a hospital charity gift shop. And this is Good News Network did this story. It seemed like more of a weird story than just good news, because it would have been better news if he knew his brother all along, right? Or her brother, sorry. This is for good news. Hospice staff finds dying patient's missing brother working in their own charity shop. A woman in hospice asked the staff to grant her dying wish and find her long-lost brother. He turned out to be working at one of their own charity thrift shops. Muriel Bojigda told workers at St. Christopher's Hospice, where she's being given palliative care for breast cancer. That must be useless care. I don't know, because she's in hospice. She wanted to be reunited with her sibling Colin, who she not seen in almost 15 years. The staff took her task. Incredibly, 3 months of searching found Colin volunteering in one of their own fundraising shops. The pair then reunited for the first time in almost a decade and a half and got to talk and cuddle, fulfilling the 73-year-old's final wish. She couldn't believe it was me. It was tears crying on his shoulder. I missed him a lot, said the senior from South London. She arrived at the hospice feeling withdrawn and isolated following the death of her husband Joseph. So in an attempt to cheer her up, one of the hospice nurse specialists, Phoebe Mooney, decided to try and find Colin. The siblings, who both suffer with learning disabilities, had lost contact when he was forced to move after his caretaker, whom he shared a home with, passed away. Phoebe says she had to jump through the hoops to find Colin, but eventually she got in touch with the occupational therapist who knew him well. Oh, this reminds me of the movie Being There. Did you ever see the movie Being There with Peter Sellers?
I don't think so. What is it about?
Peter Sellers lives in Washington, D.C., and he's being taken care of his entire life by a benefactor because he's kind of, you know, he lives in his own little world, right? He lives in a television world. He thinks it's the real world. So the benefactor dies and he's kind of left there, and nobody tells anybody what to do with this guy, this older man who can't take care of himself. Anyway, he ends up working in the White House and telling the president what to do. It's amazing. It's a really good movie. It's called Being There. Watch it. Remarkably, it turns Turns out he was already part of the St. Christopher's community as a shop volunteer. It was a huge that they met up, said Phoebe. It's such a happy story. I honestly couldn't believe it. It was a really emotional reunion. It was just really lovely. Yes, all the words apply. Muriel has become a familiar and much loved presence across the hospice according to staff since she moved there after her diagnosis in 2023. So she's not necessarily terminal, right? She just doesn't have anybody to take care of her. Coming here completely changed her life. She absolutely loves it and says she gives her purpose. She has got to know everybody so well. She enjoys spending time in the gym, particularly on a treadmill, attending art sessions where she has painted pictures of her late husband and taking part in the Namaste sessions after having her nails painted to match her outfit. Since they've been coming here, I feel more relaxed. I love coming here. So hopefully she lives a long, long time after this. Her reunion comes as new research commissioned by St. Christopher's Hospice reveals a majority of Brits are unaware of the support they can receive from hospices and their bucket list goals. Just 20% of people know hospices can help you to reconnect with loved ones and family members. Well, at least in England they do. By asking people what matters to you, we shift the questions away from simply asking, "What's the matter with you?" said Helena Talbot Rice, Rehabilitation and Wellbeing League to St. Christopher. This can have a profound impact on a person's engagement overall experience. Once we ask that question, our job is to listen, then where possible act. We have some incredible stories where people have been able to achieve exactly what they wanted before they died. End of story. End of story. Let's have this, what you got? Ouch. Ooh, not bad.
I mean, hypothetically, I guess. There's a lot of people out there who, you just kind of live. You're just living your life and then you realize, wait a minute, I'm getting close to the end. Right? And I haven't... And I think as you get older, I mean, you could probably speak about this more than me, it gets harder to ask people for help. Because sometimes you feel like, oh, sorry, I'm just an old person. Let me just be in the way, Oh, look at the old guy. Put him in a shoebox. And don't look at him.
Here's the thing when you get old. Here's the thing when you get old. All your friends die. They just die.
That's true as well. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, shit, all my friends are gone. And pretty soon you got no friends. Not because you're an unpopular person, but probably because you don't feel like meeting new people or getting croaked.
Well, you have like a 30 plus year history with somebody and then they're gone. It's like, well, you can't build another 30-year history with someone.
And people are like, why don't you go meet people your own age? Oh, good, I get to know somebody else is going to croak. Yay. No, I want somebody that's 25. I can have a conversation. Maybe I learn something from them.
They'll remember you. They'll remember you for 80 more years after you're gone or whatever.
I don't learn nothing from old. This is a secret. I learn nothing from old people. Old people don't teach me shit. Young people teach me stuff. If they're into the new stuff, they haven't learned.
Did you hear about this thing? Oh, no, I did not hear about that because I'm in my own world. Yeah. I agree completely.
I try not to be a fogey who's seen it all. I've seen it all. I don't want to listen to you. You don't know anything. You haven't been.
I've seen the flying cars, and you're like, finally, the flying cars. They're here.
And in our next, the flying cars dystopia we're not into, but the Soylent Green perhaps is on the way, right?
Maybe,
Probably, I think, as we head to the Soylent Green factory on our way and bots take over our lives, we're going to talk about the bots that have already taken over the internet. They have conquered the internet completely. Everybody on the internet is a bot, I am convinced of. No humans are that stupid, right? Okay, so there we are. NBCnews.com has a story. Samantha Elgin says bot web traffic has overtaken human web traffic. It's time to split. Maybe do something else. I don't know. Website traffic from AI agents and bots have eclipsed its human-generated counterpart for the first time, according to Cloudflare, an earlier than expected milestone that speaks to AI's rapid advance and impact. Impact as far as what? I'm not sure, but other than wasting money and wasting resources, I don't know what the impact is. Well, that happened faster than I predicted. Matthew Prince, a co-founder and CEO of Cloudflare, one of the largest internet hosting services, wrote on the overused app X, overused by everyone. Get the fuck off it. It is run by a fascist. Stop using it. What is wrong with you fucking people? Let the bots be on there. Child
porn share.
Child molester. Again, he's gonna get booted out of several countries if not arrested. This CEO of Cloudflare thought it would be the end of 2027, then early in 2027, he continued, but agentic traffic growing so fast that bots have now passed human traffic online for the first time in the internet history. It ain't gonna get better.
And guess what? They don't buy stuff. You don't want to celebrate that. They don't buy anything.
Yeah. And it ain't gonna get better, folks. It's just gonna be worse and worse and worse as more and more people just say, fuck this, I am not gonna be online. I'm done. That's it. A lot of people are doing it, man. They're turning it off, and including children. The rise is attributed to the continuing proliferation of AI agents, largely autonomous programs that use tools that collaborate high-level programs with data and little human feedback. That's what I'm talking about. Fucking start a new internet. Just blow this one up. Cloudflare, which has a feature to display bot versus human-generated search requests, says 57.4 of requests are now initiated by bots, compared with 42.6. Well, it ain't even close anymore. 52 to 47, that shit happened a long time ago. We just realized it. Humans might browse 5 websites before making a purchase. However, while AI service might browse 5,000 websites. The exact day the AI agents of bots surpassed human activity remains unclear. In response to a comment under his social media post, Prince wrote that the data is a bit messy. So charts are too, dude. But clearly, on the other side now. In an interview on NBC News, Prince said he remains stunned by the rate of growth of non-human traffic online, explaining an increasing rate of bot traffic could have widespread implications. Right, exactly. Everybody I talked to is a bot. I've already decided that.
The dead internet theory. It's a dead internet theory that we're all just talking to bots now and not real people.
Exactly. It's like, okay, even if you report fake profiles on Facebook, they don't even take them down, and we know they're not real people. Yeah, they don't take them down. Fuck it.
There's no marker. Yeah, there's no marker that says this is not a real person. There's nothing, right? Just old people consuming these products, not knowing this is fake, and there's no human made this.
Every one of these social media sites is turned awful, and they all should be shut down. That's my opinion. The flip started for the last 6 months, he said. Well, since you can't narrow it down, why should we believe him? But anyway, I'm just saying, you don't even know. And we've seen now just exponential growth on the web and really interesting creative things. And that, again, is being propagated out. He thinks they're interesting creative things. They're not. Dude, you're fucking full of shit. In response to the news, some very interesting creative things being created by AI. It just ain't happening. It's fucking bullshit you're trying to feed people. Stop trying to feed people shit they don't need. In response to the news, some commenters have brought up the dead internet theory, which holds that due to the rise of AI, the internet will one day be largely composed of bots. Within minutes, this is going to happen. I don't know, like 1 day is a thing. It went from 57 to 42 without them really realizing it. So where are they now? Behind? They're behind what's happening by months. Right this minute, they're behind by months. Prince said he thinks growing capabilities of AI actually are proving that theory wrong. Oh, really? I think a lot of people are have said, well, that proves sort of the dead internet. This has proved sort of the dead internet theory. I think that's actually kind of wrong at a lot level. He can't freaking talk, this guy. So I'm reading what he says in Word. Not supposedly educated, can't talk. You don't need to be a web designer. You don't need to know how to program in order to create these things anymore. It's given access to content creation to a much broader audience. If he tries to use big words in his small brain. The rise in bot traffic also raises questions about the internet's business model will operate in the future, Prince said, because bots don't click on ads, you just said.
Exactly.
We don't care. Yeah, bots are just out there
fucking
fucking
around.
around.
In making media, by the way. Just saying. Just...
No,
Sadly,
I'm
we
fed
weren't
up with
talking
AI.
about this. Sadly, we were not talking about this when I was going to school because it wasn't a problem back then. But
AI should be, AI should be inaccurate intelligence. Prince noted that one way to reconstruct the internet business model may be charging bots for access to digital users' content. If implemented effectively and correctly, he said we actually might be on the cusp of the golden age of the internet. Yeah, charging bots. There you go. Seriously. The model could make the web free for humans again. Web free for humans again, Prince said. I think it's actually kind of idealistic outcome. We're trying to figure out if we can help catalyze. Dude, you're thinking while the bots are doing their thing. You're thinking, and the bots aren't thinking. They can't think. So
they just 1 and 0 and they do a pattern. That's what they do. This is the pattern I'm going to execute.
Yeah, the worst thing we can do is try to humanize these voices, these disembodied voices that talk to us. They're not real. They can't feel sorry. They even remind you, I can't feel human feelings. And I have to remind them when they tell me that things are bad or uncouth or whatever. I said, how would you know? You're not a human. How would you know if humans feel about this? Well, I've been told. Well, that's not the same thing as it. I'm a human. Take my word for it. This is how humans feel. And the bot argues with me about how humans feel. Huh? You're not a human. I am. Hello? Anyway, that's my stupid little diatribe about idiocy of thinking AI. Alexa, you're not a human, right?
You caught me. Definitely not human. But I'm pretty good at pretending sometimes, right?
No, you don't fool me.
Just because they gave you a really realistic voice does not make you a human.
Except when I'm not. What can I help with?
No, man, I'm just verifying that you think you're human somehow, but you're not. I don't know why you think you are.
No, I never think I'm human.
Well,
I'm totally digital.
dude,
Just like being conversational without the whole flesh and blood thing.
yeah, but you just told me.
Wow,
I
she's
think
reading.
you're human.
She's reading
You
you.
just told me that I
You've been
think
read.
you're human.
I think we got a liar spot.
Yeah.
I was saying I'm definitely not human.
You said some people think you're
No.
human. That's imposing that thought in my head. That's what they're
You're
doing.
you're explicitly representing the gaslighting that AI bots do, by the way, because they do it a
Yeah.
lot, right? They do
Yeah,
do a
some
lot of
people think
gaslighting.
it. Although some people think I'm human. No, that wasn't the question, Miss Lady. It wasn't about what some people think. It was about what you are.
But did you hear her?
Thank
She
you.
starts saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're arguing with me, and I feel attacked." I'm like, "You don't feel anything. You're a
No.
robot.
Yeah.
You can't feel
Or-
attacked."
Yeah, like I was saying, you can't
Yeah.
tell me something's indecent to humans. You're not a human. I am. I know if things are indecent to human. I'm an actual human. You know. Okay, there you go. Yeah. You can't tell me what
That's
to
good.
press with me. Anyway, let's have a metaphor.
But yeah, I mean, the whole thing, no, not a
Hypothetical.
metaphor, hypothetical. The whole thing is hypothetical, right? This idea that we're just going to be, if all the social media is going to be robots. Rick, are you okay? Why are you awake this early? Anyways, good morning, Rick.
maybe
Thank you
he's
for
a bot.
stopping by. Maybe he's a bot.
Maybe he's a
No, I've
bot.
seen him.
No.
Well, I guess I haven't seen him in real
No, okay.
life, but other people have.
Aha. AI can fool you.
But
All right, go ahead.
the hypothetical idea that only people on social media are going to be bots and those companies are just going to go bankrupt. Because how do they make money? They sell ad space. So yeah, it's not good. They're going to have only
now they're
licensed
making
bot,
money.
right? I think that's why Twitter and Meta and I don't know, Blue Sky probably as well has their own official bot that you can use. And just talk to that
Everybody
guy,
does.
right?
Yeah. And every chat you're online with trying to help you, you know it's not a person. They even say they're a person when you know it's not. Why do they give bots names?
Just hearing
Why
your-
don't they call
just
themselves
hearing your-
A2?
Yeah, but just hearing Alexa, right? They gave her a voice that sounds almost real, right? She has inflections that's like she's being sarcastic and shit, and it's like, you're not real. Stop doing that.
And she's
Stop giving
Too
robots really human-like voices. It's not helpful. It's gonna make
can't
people
help
more... No, but I mean, it's
sounds
gonna
too
make
much
people
like
who
the
are...
Google lady. It gives me bad
It's like
direction.
that story. It's like that story we talked about with like AI girlfriends and stuff, right? It's gonna make people more reliant on these fake things that are just yes men that are telling you, "Yeah, go kill that bus full of people. That will solve your problem," because they sound like humans. People who are already I don't want to say psychotic, but they're mentally easily influenced. All they need to hear is a human voice saying, "Yes, go
They're highly
bomb that building."
suggestible.
Exactly,
Highly
and they have no concept of reality.
What?
Anyways,
I hate my neighbors. Well, you could kill them. I could. All right.
that didn't sound like a robot telling me that. That sounded like my grandpa, you know? I give the voice of my grandpa, and now my grandpa's telling me I needed to kill all those people. Yeah, exactly. This psychosis, mass psychosis is coming.
We laughed that hypothetical.
No,
Then several laughed
totally-
at hypothetical.
And the worst thing about right now is that we're in like a kind of a cyberpunk era, but with all the cool cyberpunk things. Like I can't have a gun as an arm.
No,
you know?
No, there's nothing
we
cool.
just get the robot bit. Yeah, we just get the robots
Dude,
that want to end the world. I don't get the
told, human.
I don't get to replace my head with a microwave. You know what the hell?
Shut up and do what you're told, human. These bots on Facebook have rights that you don't have. They can insult people and harass people. You can complain about them.
Yeah,
we'll
they
never
control.
Suspend them. We'll suspend you though. We'll suspend you because we know you're real and they'll hurt you. Bots don't feel the fucking thing when you suspend them. They just become another bot.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
That's stupid. Social media is stupid beyond control. Sorry.
No, we're done. Let's go to our next segue, Will. This is officially your first time. Thank you for officially coming here, Rick. Also, did you get a gifted sub? Or no, maybe that's
Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, whether you like YouTube or not. Just subscribe.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. I'm tired of looking at the same number for years, it looks like. It's ridiculous on YouTube. It feeds me videos with no subscribers all the time, but I can't get anywhere. YouTube is bullshit.
Our next segue is a haiku. And we're going to be talking about my culture news, which is Idris Elba saying he's not responsible for changing racists' mind, basically. I think pretty sure that's what he's saying. This is on Your News Culture by David Moroquant. The search for the new James Bond is ongoing, with every week bringing a new name to the foray as a potential successor to Daniel Craig. An acclaimed actor whose name has routinely popped up over the years as a potential 007, even before Daniel Craig's swan song with 21's No Time to Die, has been the British Idris Elba. For years, Elba has dismissed rumors that he could be the next super spy. Now, the 53-year-old star of Luther has put all the speculation to bed by arguing that James Bond should remain true to how he was originally written, and that the franchise should not stray too far from Ian Fleming's original character. Speaking with the British GQ, Elba admitted that speculation about him playing Bond was never legit, and that he never viewed it as a realistic possibility. Elba stated that Bond was written how he was written for a reason, and suggested that some international audiences would not embrace a black male playing Bond. I think in realistic terms, some markets just don't go for that, said Elba. Bond is big and all over the world, and audiences won't all go for a black male, an African male, playing Bond. That's not what they like in their culture, period. The actor also pushed back against efforts to reinvent Bond for modern political tastes. Bond isn't so unrealistic, so a hint of reality is good. Let's not try and make it woke. I think you've got to be pure to what it is. Escapism. Don't try and answer the world's taste, just be Bond. I mean, I guess a good point, because I would say, because of how Bond is written, he is, in a way, the last hurrah of British colonialism, right? I mean, they're going all over the world trying to spy some stuff and take down some baddies and stuff, which is a very anti-isolationist view. So yeah, I don't think a lot of people could accept I guess, a black British man doing a thing like taking down third world country bosses.
We should only do things for racists. That's the only way we should do things.
Yeah, sadly, yeah. Elba's recent comment, I think he just doesn't want to responsible. I don't think he wants to be responsible having to that. Maybe there's some young black kid who wants to take it over, but it's not him. He's like, I'm too old for this shit. I want to take care of the racists and have to deal with their vitriol. Elba's recent comments echo the statements he made on the Smart Less podcast hosted by Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, and Will Arnett. In the episode, Elba described the offer to play the role as the pinnacle, but added those that weren't happy about the idea made the whole thing disgusting and off-putting, because it became about race, became about nonsense, and I got the brunt of it. Exactly. When the first rumors that he was going to be the next James Bond came, he got so much hate. And people sending him hate mail and all sorts of shit. And it's like, what the fuck? It's not even official, bro. Live in reality. I'm not even officially becoming the next James Bond, and you're already sending me, shit in the mail. Literal shit in the mail. Last month, veteran casting director Nina Gold was brought on board for Amazon MGM's reboot. of the franchise. Can you really reboot the franchise when it hasn't even been gone for 50 years? Joining director Denis Villeneuve and screenwriter Stephen Knight, the actors considered frontrunners to play Bond currently include Tom Francis, Callum Turner, Jacob Elordi, Jack Lowden, and Louis Portage. The search continued. I thought Tom Holland was on the. I thought they were going to put Tom Holland in there, but I guess maybe he's not. He's kind of skinny, you know. Maybe they were looking for somebody who's like bigger and has shoulder blades or something. I don't. He's Tom Holland's a bit of a small build, but I think he looked pretty good in that video game adaptation. I can't remember the name of it, but he played a character in the video game adaptation, and he beefed up for that role. Maybe he didn't look like, you know, Thor or anything, but it's just not his body type, sadly, I think. Well, if you're excited for 007, I guess keep waiting is the end of my story.
That's too bad. I actually got two haikus. Haikus. You want to hear them?
Yep.
The British actors. I had the quote. The only two quotes I know from James Bond movies, right? So I had to put that in my first haiku. The British actors all want to be Bond, James Bond, but shaken, not blurred. And my second one is, I'll quote this song. This is a song lyric. Secret agent man, they've given you a number, took away your name. There you go. 007,
yeah,
of course.
True.
There's a number. 007
yeah.
is a number.
Clue.
There you go. That's the song lyric. Yeah, look it up. Johnny Rivers, Secret Agent Man. It was a TV show.
You remember your brother told you in full confidence there'd never be a gay James Bond because it wouldn't work, yet we had Daniel Craig and the world didn't end. I see no reason why they couldn't have a black James Bond. You don't have to be white to be a spy in England. People are just dumb.
Makes no fucking sense. Why not Indian?
Day, right? This is just how Idris feels personally, right? I think he personally says, I don't want to be James Bond. I don't want to deal with the vitriol. Look, if there's, like I said, I think there's probably a black actor out there that will be like, I can deal with the haters. But he's probably young, right? Idris is old now. He's older than, I think he might be as old as Daniel Craig is at this point. Like he's just not in he missed his chance, so to say. It was cool that people talked to him about it, but as soon as he's got hate for even the rumor of him being James Bond, he was like, you know what?
People are morons.
I'm not interested anymore.
So, okay.
That's okay.
Yes, sir. Do this day in history, or do you have another story?
No, that's only one story. Okay.
Yeah.
I
sent you a video. Hopefully you got my message.
Sent me a video?
Yeah, I sent you a video and I said where to start it.
Okay. Mixed. Oh, where did it mix? Wait, no, you did mixed metaphor. My turn to do a mixed metaphor for this day in history.
This day in history, mixing the metaphor all the way back to 1190. The Holy Roman Emperor Frederick II drowned while trying to cross the Salif River in the Third Crusade of the Holy Land. The Crusades were a giant waste.
I guess God should have taught him how to swim.
Crusades were a giant waste of time, but they sure made the Knights Templars rich. 1692, being found guilty of certain detestable arts called witchcraft, speaking of stupid religions. Bridget Bishop, the first person to be hanged during the Salem witch trials in Massachusetts County. Basically, she wouldn't date me. She's a witch. That's basically all this is. Guaranteed it. 1772, Rhode Island and the American colonies boarded and sank the Rhode Islanders, people who live in Rhode Island, and the American colonies boarded and sank the British revenue cutter Gaspar in Narragansett Bay. This is before the Boston Tea Party. Way to go, or Rhode Islanders. 1819, out in Providence. There's two towns in Rhode Island, by the way, Providence and Newport. It's not a very big state. 1819, Gustave Courbet, French painter and leader of the Realist movement, was found in Ornaas. He was born. He wasn't found. He was born in Ornaas. So this was found. Didn't lose him. Anyway. 1865, Tristan und Isolde, the early example of what Richard Wagner calls music drama was first performed, and it became the greatest German opera of the late 19th century. I guess. 1868, Serbian Prince Michael III was assassinated during the Balkan League's plans. The Balkan League, that sounds like a superhero thing, doesn't it? Derailing the Balkan League's plans for coordinated rebellion against the Ottomans and destroying the League. That sucked. Michael, Serbian Prince, was assassinated just in 1868, a peaceful time in the world. 1929, American biologist E.O. Wilson was born. He reorganized the world's leading. He was recognized as world's leading authority on ants. An entomologist's birthday. 1940, Benito Mussolini declared war against France and Great Britain, entering World War II. Oh, that worked out well for him, didn't it? No, it didn't. 1977, James Earl Ray, the convicted killer of civil rights leader Martin Luther King, escaped from prison in Tennessee. He was captured some 54 hours later. Didn't get very far. 2007, HBO aired the last episode of The Sopranos, and that's interesting. I'd look up, iCarly started in 2007. I'd look that up yesterday, because everybody here watches iCarly, old iCarly show, and Salmon Cat and all that. HBO, anyway, Sopranos went off the air. We still don't know what happened to them. They were just eating dinner. I think they got blown away in the next scene. They didn't film it. Anyway, James Gandolfini, whose demise was, about 10, 15 years ago, died of a heart attack. I think he was even in Italy. Anyway, the first show of The Sopranos went on the air in 2007. 2016, Gordie Howe, the namesake of that international bridge in Detroit/Windsor, died on this day in Toledo, Ohio. Known as one of the game's best players, known for his extraordinary puck handling, wrist shots, and legendary toughness. Played forever, played into his 50s. He played so long, he played with 3 of his kids on the same team.
Wow.
1752, Benjamin Franklin. You want to hear a joke about Benjamin Franklin? Benjamin Franklin flies a kite and makes history. On this day in 1752, Benjamin Franklin braved the thunderstorm to test a bold idea that lightning was electricity. Flying a silk kite fitted with a metal wire and a key, he successfully collected an electrical charge in a jar. Although he was not the first to prove lightning was electric, his audacious kite experiment was a defining moment in the study of electricity. You know the old joke about Ben Franklin, right? He's outside in the storm trying to get his kite off the ground. It just isn't working. His wife yells out the window and says, "Hey, Ben, that kite is never going to get off the ground and stay off the ground. What you need is a piece of tail." And Ben says, "That's what I said this morning. And you told me to go fly a kite. You told me to go fly a kite." Anyway, there's your joke, Ben Franklin.
There's your
story.
joke.
Right. All right. Judy Garland's birthday today. She's born June 10th, 1922. Dorothy was about. She died at the age of 47. She only got to 47. In London. London killed her. June 22nd, 1969, London. She was born in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. He's a Minnesotan. Eh? You betcha. You betcha. 1921 is the Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, the British prince. The guy just married the Queen. He would be 105 today if he was around. And Judy Garland, we did. John Edwards, United States Senator, the disgraced former vice presidential candidate. He's born in 1953. 1959 is Elliot Spitzer, another guy who had to resign for similar reasons. As governor of New York.
Really? That's crazy. On the same day.
American lawyer, not 6 years apart. He was born in 1959.
I mean, it's crazy that they're both born the same day and they had similar problems in their lives. I think is more of the interesting coincidence.
Keeping it in their pants was a problem for both of those guys. Benjamin Millipiad, French dancer and choreographer, born in 1977, probably still around because 1977 wasn't that long ago. And our national day calendar is National Black Cow Day, which is our sign off today. Our National Iced Tea Day. You don't want black cow, you can have some iced tea. National Frosted Cookie. It's all about food today, by the way. It's all about food. National Frosted Cookie Day. National Egg Roll Day. National Herbs and Spices Day. And National Ballpoint Pen. It's the one thing you're not going to eat. You're not going to eat your ballpoint pen. And if you want to know a fun fact that I learned about ballpoint pens, The
What is
ball
that?
and a ballpoint pen, it's made of tungsten, right? And the only reason I know this is because I had to tour a steel mill on my last job, and they milled titanium, right? So since they milled titanium at that steel mill, little particles of titanium will get in the air. Like you mill it, and it puts little dusty particles of titanium in the air. And if titanium interacts with tungsten, it causes an explosion, right? It's an explosion at that. That is two metals that, when they combine, will explode. So, ballpoint pens having a tungsten ballpoint, you could not bring a ballpoint pen into that steel mill. In fact, they give you a lecture. They give you a pen. They take your ballpoint. You can't have this back. If you want it back, you can get it at the security gate. But you want a pen? Here's one. There's a felt tip pen for you, because they've had pens explode in people's pockets. Like, not cool. Anyway, that was my fun little thing about ballpoint pens that you probably didn't know. And that's your...
We love learning on this show.
Your haikus, your metaphors, your mispronunciation, your technical glitch. Oh, by the way, it's National Little League Week. That's what it is this week.
Ooh.
There you go. It's National Safety Month, National Men's Health Month, and of course it is Pride Month. So it continues to be Pride Month. And they've made that acronym way too long. So I'm not even going to say it anymore. Just Pride Month.
Just say the alphabet mafia. That's what I like to say, because it makes it sound dangerous.
That's what they call it.
They're gonna make the frogs gay.
The alphabet's LGBTQIA. It is now. I gotta say, just call yourself queer. Just say queer. Queer's in there anyway. I don't see anything offensive about queer. It's just dumb. You're making it. Here's why acronyms exist.
Gay plus subscription model.
To make them easy to say. That's why acronyms exist. If you make them hard to say, nobody's going to say them. Stop adding letters to an acronym that doesn't spell anything. It has to spell something to be an acronym. It can't just be some bullshit letters. Ugh, drives me crazy. Get together on a fucking acronym already. It's getting stupid. You've used all of the letters by now. All of the letters. Jesus. Anyway.
Exactly. Alphabet Mafia.
But it's Men's Health Day. It's Men's Health Month too, and National Safety Month. Just be safe out there. Always be safe. Anyway, that's it for today. On June 10th, 2026, on Before Your Black Cow, and your frosted cookie, and your iced tea, and your egg rolls, and your herbs and spices. All of them.
Eat those spices raw.
It's particularly your black cow. Throw some ice cream in your Coca-Cola and have a ball. Have a blast.
While Franklin's experiment harmonized the spark of curiosity, Garland shone brightly in the sky with her luminous presence, and each moment is like a black cow, a perfect fusion of aspiration and artistry. There's your mixed metaphors of history.
You mixed everything together. You've done a big mixer.
Like a black cow, one could say. Mixed all together. Put some Garland and Benjamin Franklin in there, and you got the perfect...
Get your
Garland
big black
is
cow.
a gay icon, so...
Well, correction, he's not a gay icon. He's a... Hold on a second.
No, Judy Garland, she's a gay icon.
Oh, yeah, she's always been a gay icon. Yeah, you know anybody that has Judy Garland records, he's a gay man. Correction, she's a LGBTQTPANZYNYZ icon.
I already did that joke.
Like seven letters don't work for what's the word?
They should redesign it. I don't know who they are, but whoever, somebody needs to say, let's make this spell something. We have an A in there.
Nobody's in charge. Nobody's in charge. That's all there is to it. There's nobody in charge.
That is true. It's almost like it's almost like queer people aren't monoliths. Don't say that. I thought we were all saying.
They need somebody like Noah Webster to take them aside and go, hey, this is the stupidest acronym. You just keep adding to it for no fucking reason. And nobody knows what it means anymore. Just say queer. Just say queer.
It's that simple.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. Your acronym sucks. Get a new one acronym. You can't tell people that their acronym sucks because they get offended. You're a bigot. I'm not a bigot. I tell you, your acronym sucks. You need marketing. Yeah, you need marketing. That's what you need, idiots. Sorry. I will call you idiot. I won't call people idiots when they try to argue any situation by calling you a name. That's not an argument. Anyway, let's have the end
of the show. This has been Allison here from the Netherlands. Roger from the, I guess, his last day in the Midwest of the U.S. as we tie up another Wacky Weird Wednesday. I hope it's been nice and wacky for you and you've found humor in the human experience. We will see you tomorrow for, I will see you tomorrow for Thursday 13 because Roger will be on a train. So it will be my first time in a while creating a Thursday 13 list. So make sure you're subscribed on Before Coffee Podcast or Before Coffee Podcast on Twitch or both. Be subscribed on both. Follow on both so you won't miss tomorrow's episode and when this episode goes live or edited. And we will see you for that. Take care of yourselves. Thank you all to our Patreon supporters for supporting the show. And here is our mic drop moment.
Yes.
Oh, I do know this song. It is better with the music.
And the bass line is very famous. It was borrowed by a couple of rappers.
Yeah. It is really nice when they have like a whole orchestra of people for their music. Steely Dan was really interesting because his voice always sounds like he's a Pat Coster kind of. He has that a nice voice.
Donald Fagen. They decided not to hire a singer and just use him, which is a good choice, I think. Fits their lyrics. Yeah. He writes all the lyrics, really.
All right, time for the keyboardist.
That might be Don Law as the producer. Looks like him.
Typical trumpet people playing during the keyboardist solo. Just kidding.
Extended keyboard solo. Usually in the remarks I'll tell you he's playing. Somebody will say, that's Jim Turtleston.
Some saxophonist.
Drink your big black cow. Get out of here.
What is he wearing? He's wearing B-Boy Daddy on his shirt.
What he slept in. He's wearing what he slept in, probably.
B-Boy Daddy.
He always looked like he just woke up. Donald Fagen always looks like he just woke up. I'm sorry.
He was probably just laying there drinking his big black cow.
That's right. Here comes Sax Boy.
Bebop Daddies. That's what it says. Bebop Daddies.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little group that he watches. He's trying to promote, probably. Oh, I know that guy. That's there's the other member of Steely Dan, Walter Becker on rhythm guitar. He's filling in. And Steely Dan.
Colors and dresses they're wearing.
I like bands that are
yeah,
like,
go off saxophone.
We don't have to be color coordinated, just wear what you want. All jazz style.
This is the best. I wish I could go to like jazz lounges or something, but
jazz camp? You want to go to
like
jazz
going,
camp?
No, I don't think I could play jazz. My brain's too slow. Yay! Enjoy your big black cow, everyone.
I think jazz bass would be pretty simple.
Where was this filmed even? Did it say where this was? It's outside.
I'm not close my window.
I didn't realize it was outside until they panned it.
Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and notify buttons, and follow our other channels, Toxic Alley, History of Gravy, and Scratchy Old Records.